Hello YouTube fans, here again. I've got down doing the videos for a bit of films because lately I'm getting naughty letters from YouTube. But it is right, copyright and all this. It just comes to something when you film a camera on a TV, you get a slap on the hand for copyright. So I decided to be a good boy. Hopefully I won't get a naughty boy for this. Good find, I remember getting it a few weeks ago. The Saint. That's right, The Saint. See? I don't always go, way, what's more for James Bond. I also like him in stuff, let's say, like The Saint. This was a good find. I got it a few days ago. This is up The Saint. Also, people a few pictures, so we'll get a copyright for this one. And this is The Saint from, and it's also history. So, it shows all the original comic books of The Saint. So it won't always want some more, that paid to say. So there's a few radio shows, a good bit of history here on the book of the say, and I figure, why not so people? The say. So you've got this bit there, I don't know if you can see it, a good bit of logo of the say, bit of stuff there. I thought I saw people with few books, sometimes I don't always show films. A few famous words there, if you can see it, of the say. Doing bits and bobs about the series of the Saint. Then we'll get to this bit. Why not? So you've got this here, you've got this here, and you've got stuff here. So there's a lot of books of the Saint. Before Words and More got the scene. I don't say that the Saint was similar to Bond. You could definitely see why Words and More originally was going to be offered to play Bond. But we all know at the time Connery got the role and Words and More did the Saint. As this went on, Words and More had the luxury of playing Bond. So we've got a few more books here about the Saint. I do up what's in the Saint, you know what I mean? I remember watching reruns and Words and More played them. It's just interesting to see that there was other actors in the 30s and 40s what played the Saint. Let's not forget, in the late 70s they had Return of the Saint, and in the 90s they had the movie version of the Saint. So they go on. So you've got a few more books of the Saint. Right, Dud. So it's a well-known book for that era, the 30s, the 40s and so on. And then you had it on radio of the Saint. Ooh, radio. So we get on a bit more here. Believe it or not, even Vincent Price once played the Saint. That's right, Star himself, Vincent Price, played the Saint. You could believe it. You had a lot of other actors there for the 30s and 40s. Played the Saint. Maybe now to play the Saint. I'm a Saint at the same time. So again, you had Vincent Price, a very long Vincent Price, played the Saint. And you had a lot of other actors here that played the Saint. There you go. There's one there with that on. Up there, 30s. That was the fashion. 30s and 40s. And then you had a lot of other well-known actors here. That looks more like Humphrey Figg Bogart than the Saint. So you got this one here. That I could find. It's all black and white. That was in 1938 when they did that one. So that died a lot before even Words and More got the role. A lot of actors here, if you can see it. And a lot of films from the 30s, 1939. You had that one. It was a feature film. Then you get this one as well as that. And let me go on a bit more. We've got a few more radios, and a few more films like this one here. The Saint Takes Over from 1940. Then you've got 1941, if we can get to 41. You get that film of the Saint. One of Darcy Sea, but they had, like I say, a lot of films of that. Then you get this one. There was a lot of films of the Saint. Plus tell you how popular it was from 1943. So this goes on and on and on and on and on of the actual films. It was only when TV come out they decided why not through 1966, and we all know 1969 the TV series of the Saint come out, which is funny because I've got a picture there of Words and More who looks roughly the same era when he was doing the first Bond movie Live and Let Die more than the bloody Saint. But it's that interesting. You've got a lot of books. So especially does everything about the series. So I repeat myself from the Tacit series, the Saint. I mean, that's also I like Woods and Moore. It was the Buffeters, the Saint, as well as Bond. Cheers me up considering I did a news report of someone who was insulting Woods and Moore when he was playing Bond. So you've got this here, their little comic book. I also like the art covers, and a lot of good art covers here, if you can see it. These are all the art covers of all the comic books. You wouldn't see that now in a comic book, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? That's really not selling lung cancer, that, innit? That's really not selling lung cancer. Different era, different time. And then we get to Woods and Moore days when it became a TV series. Love the way Woods and Moore looked then, you know, tailor-made suit, hair slicked back. One thing I always loved about Woods and Moore was when he always got into a fight, his hair always stayed really nice and smooth, a bit like mine, innit? They had them on the radio show here. Remember the radio show? Very funny. You can actually see this on YouTube where they were talking and Woods and Moore was killing himself laughing. So it started to take good to see. As you know, like I say, about repeating myself, the series come out 1966, went on into 1969, sadly went bye-bye. Then in the late 70s, they brought out Return of the Saint, and then they did the movie. It's not an interesting one. If you like the Saint, there you go. As we know, for the 60s, they had a few in black and white with Woods and Moore, and then they went into Technicolor. Well, that's it, oh, a lie. 1962, as we already know. So, yeah, I made a mistake there. Duh. It came out in 1962, and it went on right through to 1969. They had a few in black and white, I meant to say, and then it went into Technicolor. I always love it. There's like a few beautiful girls there, you know what I mean? A lot of beauty. It's like Cena Easton, as we all know, played the Tacit Bond mover. Goldfinger, this is one that got painted gold. Got in there, they always had a beautiful girl, didn't they? Well, there's some beautiful girl. I always liked Woods and Moore in that. I felt he was smooth, he was dead and there. He was everything you like. So it's a good find, this, if you like that golden era. Bit of TV there. Bit of Woods and Moore. You got a good back cover there. Sells all from that golden there. So like I say, my mistake. It came out in 1962. Went on for 1969. And it was a good find. I got it a few days ago. Thought I'd get it. So it's a good find if you like Tacit oldies. So it's a good comic book. So there you go. Thought I saw something a little bit different, and that's to say, does a lot of history. So there you go. So it's see you later.